The solar system operates with mathematical precision. Massive celestial bodies travel across the void in a predictable clockwork, driven by the laws of gravitational motion. Millennia ago, seers in India transcribed these observations onto fragile manuscripts, encoding a specific predictive system known as Naadi Astrology. Traditional Vedic astrology relies on an architectural grid of houses. To begin a reading, you must calculate the exact ascendant degree and assign house lordships based on fractional birth times. Brigu Nandi Nadi, or BNN, removes that complexity. It predicts specific life events using only the raw physical placement of the 9 planets in the zodiac signs. To apply the system, the practitioner must set aside the traditional house-based grid and learn to read the mechanical interactions of the planets themselves. A standard rashi chart is typically viewed through the ascendant, or Lagna. This marker divides the sky into 12 categorized houses, each governing a different area of life. In the Naadi framework, we erase the house numbers and the ascendant marker. These divisions hold no authority over the prediction. We are left with a spatial map, 9 planetary entities positioned within 12 static zodiac signs. This leads to the foundational rule. Every matter in human life is represented directly by a specific planet. This built-in meaning is its karakatva. Jupiter represents the native's life force, or jiva. Saturn signifies their karma, specifically their profession. Venus represents wealth, and in a male chart, the spouse. Removing house boundaries allow the planets to function as the primary actors, carrying their meanings into whatever sign they occupy. Because Naadi does not use traditional aspects, it connects these actors through Sambandha, a geometric linkage system dictating how planets interact across the chart. The most significant linkage is the trine. Planets sitting in 1st, 5th, and 9th positions from each other share a directional grouping. They share energy as if physically conjoined in the same sign. This grouping forms a yoga, the specific combination defining a life narrative. The sequence matters. A planet in the 2nd sign ahead acts as a forward modifier, dictating future outcomes. The planet in the 12th sign behind represents background support, past karma, or a hidden denial affecting the matter. Finally, a planet in the 7th sign provides an opposition modifier, representing external influences or direct reflections pushing against the target. When multiple planets occupy the same sign, the one with the lowest numerical degree becomes the dominant anchor, setting the primary theme for that yoga. Sambandha creates a syntactic sentence. By observing the trine, 2nd, 12th, and 7th positions, you can identify the past, present, future, and external forces surrounding any planet. To generate a prediction, we must mathematically blend the specific significations of planets locked inside these yogas. The life path of the renowned philosopher Swami Vivekananda illustrates this blending perfectly. His chart shows a linkage between Saturn, representing karma and action, and Ketu, the planet of spirituality and detachment. This combination dictates a life defined by spiritual labor and asceticism. In Mother Teresa's chart, slightly different ingredients dictate a different result from the same base combination. Like Vivekananda, her karma is linked to Ketu, but here they link to Venus, her life force karaka as a female native, and the combination is expanded by the influence of Jupiter. Her directional chart adds the moon, representing the mind, and Rahu, the karaka of disease. Saturn's karma, directed toward Rahu's illness and supported by Ketu's detachment, signifies a life dedicated to serving those in physical suffering. Accuracy is achieved by treating planets as chemical elements. Their spatial combinations form specific life stories without the need for house lords. Although we set aside houses, we maintain the innate dignities of the planets. Exaltation and debilitation are used to weigh the strength and outcome of a yoga. We also look to the dispositor, the planetary lord of the sign where the yoga takes place. The dispositor acts as the landlord. If this planet is weak or poorly placed elsewhere in the chart, the yoga it hosts will be structurally compromised. Naadi employs a specific table of planetary friendships and enmities. These relationships must be checked to determine if the planets in a yoga will support or hinder each other. If a natural enemy enters a yoga through a trine or modifier position, it acts as a destiny breaker, blocking the promised results. The dispositor's strength and the strict friendship table serve as the primary modifiers, determining whether a promised event will actually materialize or fail. Without traditional dasha timelines, we most calculate the exact year a predicted event will occur using a different mechanism. The timing mechanism in Naadi is the physical transit of slow-moving planets. As they orbit the static natal chart, they act as triggers when they cross over a natal yoga. Jupiter's transit expands and blesses. When it crosses a natal yoga or its trines, it activates life events like marriage, children, or financial opportunities. Saturn's transit materializes reality. Crossing a yoga, it triggers career shifts, new responsibilities, and karmic delivery. When the nodal points, Rahu or Ketu, transit over a yoga, they introduce sudden glitches, blockages, or endings. While the natal chart defines our human potential, transits provide the exact physical strike that forces those events into reality. To provide a complete reading, practitioners also use a horary chart, calculated for the exact moment of the consultation. Overlaying the horary chart onto the natal chart reveals the immediate karma and current crises acting on the native at that moment. Bhrigu Nandi Naadi functions as a predictive engine. It relies purely on spatial geometry, planetary archetypes, and the trigger of transiting time to map the course of a human life.